What's up? What's up? What's up? What are we doing?
Hey now, hey.
How we doing? How are we doing?
Good. Real good. Real good.
You feel that shitstorm brewing out there once again?
Yeah.
The SEC here to rain on our parade, maybe a little bit.
Yep. Don't even care.
Do they matter anymore?
Nope.
The SEC, who? Henry, I'm sure you're like right on top of that, but you saw, well, the title of our show today, SEC versus Uniswap. I'd love to see Uniswap and Coinbase dock and tackle this together.
Yeah. I mean, Coinbase showed support for them. Yeah, not surprising in any way, but it's good. Like it's good. I thought Uniswap had a good point. Like you could see their intentions. They're going after. Isn't it funny that they don't go after the bad actors nearly as much? I mean, you could maybe argue with some central exchange stuff and KYC AML, but
number one, baby. Yeah, no, you're right. It's like they don't go after the scammers. They go after the legit projects because they want to break this space. They want to break us. Ain't gonna break us. Like that, like that senator yesterday spoke about. They can't control it. You could not stop Uniswap if you wanted to. They'll have to go after hosting services, service providers, and shit. But they can take that show overseas somewhere.
Would they just yeah? What's going to happen? It's going to hurt American crypto, enthusiasts and creators and people that are involved in the space, inevitably taking money out of the pockets of, the United States. I don't know, man. Doesn't seem like a smart idea.
Scumbags.
Embrace it. Let's go, baby. Let's become the leaders.
Yojo name coming up under Henry.
Oh,
weird. That's
wow.
Henry, you motherfucker.
Oh, look at that. Fan favorite host of Inside NFTs. You know what?
Catch.
You know
Good
what?
catch.
Actually, I saw this as a new feature on StreamYard where if a certain person is getting the most views and positive vibes, that their status gets changed. So I guess that's what happened. So I don't know what happened there.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, topics on the agenda today. Of course, we're going to look at the NFT market and the crypto market, which I think I've not looked at it here in hours, but I think I've heard it's pretty damn resilient, and Bitcoin actually is fighting back. We're fighting back, which I love to hear. I'm curious about NFTs, though. Of course, like the narrative out there, it is still very much about meme coins and runes and rune stones and all of these shitcoin-facing things. Solana, I don't know if you guys know this, but has some downtime coming, and I think that's next week. Did you know they're rebooting Solana? I can't wait to get into that.
Of course, Solana will be closed for a few days.
Yes. Yeah. Bullish, bearish, we'll get into it, but Yeah, what's that, Joe?
I thought blockchains can just get shut down for a few days, I guess.
When they're completely centralized, yes.
Marty McFly is back. Nice.
Oh, Marty's not going to like me today. He's going to love you guys.
What? Also, Lemon, me and Henry are not guests on the show. We're actually the actual hosts. Some might say that we're like a bigger part of it than, Huda. But whatever. I just wanted to clarify that. Just not sure if you're aware of that, but not a guest. I'm not a guest.
We're not guests. We're co-hosts.
No. If we got money, how much money we get? We get zero. But if we did get money, I think I'd get 33.33%, right?
Listen to the interns here.
Hey, you know what? We could just stop showing up and then we'll see how much they like it. Oh, they probably would like it better.
Well, you guys know my real thoughts. Like this is my favorite part of the day. Like I love shooting the shit with you guys because like we do this outside of the show. Like we are friends, and Henry, of course, my brother. Like we shoot the shit as often as we're able to. So like, all you're doing is getting a little like, hey, the inside NFT shtick. It's kind of not a shtick. It is like really like inside our chats. It is. These are my boys, and they are my co-hosts, and they're my ride or die bitches.
We're not your guests. That's cool.
I think that's got to become lore, though. I think you're always going to be referred to as the guests.
I like it.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh, I love it so much. All right, guys, do me a favor. Share out the show. You pick your flavor. If you want to share out YouTube, if you want to share out X, I will say, I learned recently the X algorithm will fuck you if you share the YouTube link. So I would recommend just doing the X link.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to go ahead right now and share that out, and I'm going to tweet from the Crypto Slam account. Give me just uno momento.
Okay, while you're
talking something on screen though.
Yeah, Henry, why? I mean, I don't know, but like the rug is always green. Like, can you put a red rug there, please? I don't want. Look, today's red. You should have had a red rug there. You said that you were going to change it.
Yeah, part of the problem is, believe it or not, red is not a popular selling rug. Also, neither is green.
I know,
bro. No lie, this piece of carpet has been in my store for 4 years. There's probably like mice living inside of here, but I said I need to buy a red remnant just so I can swap it out. It's pathetic.
I'd like to cut up that piece of footage and be like, "There's probably mice inside here." What's the name of your store? To be like,
oh, bro, I'll share a picture sometime. So we have a warehouse. You can't see it, but it is a giant warehouse out back here. And we're in Western New York, very rural area. And in the winter, mice need somewhere to go. So every once in a while, if you have a roll that's been opened, so there's no plastic wrap, I once found like 6 baby mice in a roll of carpet. I obviously had to cut that piece of carpet off.
Sure.
But,
just cut it off and then you sell it to your clients at that point.
We donate them to the SPCA.
Cool, man. If you're looking for, I just wanted to say to our Western New York viewers, if you're looking for a rug that was the home of mice, give Henry a call. I mean, he's got a really good business, and his rugs usually don't have mice in them, but go check them out.
We also sell beautiful mahogany hardwood floors. This might be a little dusty. Haven't sold this one in a while. Yeah, one day we'll tour the store. One day.
Oh, that'd actually be cool. Okay, random. This takes us way off topic, although I think we've been off topic. Henry, have you heard a couple new Pearl Jam clips yesterday and today? We're big Pearl Jam geeks, by the way.
Man, we're working on some cool shit behind the scenes at a project that starts with a C and ends in a Z. And I have been in the basement. I don't want to I don't want to trigger Joe today, but no, I haven't, bro. I've been so incredibly busy that I haven't. Although you did send me a clip, I started listening to it, and then I think I got a phone call.
It's only 30 seconds, so you'll be able to catch up. And album's out next week. I want to point out this incredibly kind comment here from Octoman. Appreciate that very, very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what? We're a confident bunch here. I'll say that. Like, okay, no real talk. Like, not like conceited, anything like that.
Real talk.
It's what we bring to this space that's a little different. It's working in the space, being in the space for years, and I think that comes through on the show. And I'm really glad that it resonates with the people watching it so far. So if you're watching it now and it's early, but you see what this show can become, like, thank you for seeing that vision, because that's what we see and that's what we're aiming for. When I say I want to be the top show in the NFT space, I mean it. And that's what I see here in 2 years is my timeline. In 2 years, that's what the show will be. I'm just being realistic. It'll take some time, but
you think Joe and I will still be here?
No, not a chance. No, fucking Joe would no.
We're lucky, Henry. We're lucky you make it every day. You like come in half an hour late regularly.
Can I just say this?
Shocked that you guys have made it. I'm shocked and I'm so happy about it.
You guys are prepping. You get in here beforehand. You do your thing. Huda, I know you have a ton of prep that goes in. Joe, honestly, legit presentation yesterday. I know I trolled you a bit, but it was actually really good. After the show, there's always like a debrief. I feel like a total schmuck because I show up 3 minutes before the show, and then I left before the music even cut. But bro, I got an hour and 40-minute drive home. So I think Huda knows I try to make like a legit commitment to come every day, even though I can't contribute the same way.
Yeah, I hope you're talking to the audience. I think that me and Huda know the situation with you and where your value is. I want to make a joke about it, but like we know the value that you bring to the show.
Can't say without laughing, can you?
Yeah.
There's a Kong's call right now that I should be on, and I said I can't. I've got a podcast.
Yeah.
So
no, but
this
your
show means a lot to me.
Yeah, you're awesome. We love you.
Now give me my flowers, everybody listening.
No, dude.
Everybody
brings a different flavor, and everybody, I think, is like, this show is not the same without either of you. If either of you are not here, the show would be completely different. And I know that because I've got so many different shows. You know, I do it solo. I do it with Biggie. I do it with you guys. Man,
I feel uncomfortable getting flowers. I don't like flowers anyway. Why don't we get to the actual the market today. Let's
Cue
see
the music.
All right. Got my tweet out. Okay, hang on.
Music.
Okay, guys. The pressure.
You know what?
Holy
okay.
shit.
Before we get into it, let's create a template. Okay, I'm going to get into my VFriends mode. Let's create a template so that when you go and yeah, good. I like this. No, I like that. Good. Can you get him back on the screen, please?
Yes, hang on.
Let's create a template. No, come on, man. Let's create a template so your tweet, you just punch in the link every day, maybe another, and then you just post it, dude. You don't have to go in. It took you like fucking 5 minutes.
It's because I send 2 tweets and I also have to send Henry a link, and it's like yes, I agree. A
Template
template would be lovely.
Template the goddamn thing. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
roll.
All right. Fair. Fucking fair. Okay. Take a look at that NFT market today, boys. Started the day in the green, basically flat, but now down 1.09%. Our bags bleeding out right in front of us. Someone get a tourniquet. Oh my God. That was awful. NFT sales, though, yesterday, 44.3 mil. That was the highest we've seen since about mid-March. So sales ramping up actually pretty damn nicely. Trade profits, I noticed today, the 4th day in a row, over 1 million. By the way, music too loud? Can you hear me over it? This is important. Yeah? Okay, good levels. Good God, I'm excited about that. All right, taking a peek at the who's moving the market here. I will keep pointing out BRC20 collections showing up in the top 10, which I've said is a very, very early indicator for Bitcoin Ordinal starting to run. And of course, leading up to the runes, well, that's just 10 days away, and I think we all know it's going to be a rune party here. So looking forward to that, guys. Anything standing out on the leaderboard here, I'll tell you this. I'm excited to see DraftKings back up in the top 10. Wonder what's cooking over there. Node Monkeys here at number 10. Yeah, I'll be honest. This looks like a pretty typical day. Nice to see Dokio, though, cooking again. They were out of the top 10 for maybe a week or two, all the way back at number 3. What are these guys doing?
Who are they?
They are the premier collection over on Avalanche. Good guys. I can never figure out why they pump, though, ever. Like, I look for news and tweets, and there's nothing, and it makes me a little suspicious. But yeah, looking good overall.
I heard that Xcopy is continually selling. Didn't he have like a multi-million-dollar sale today or yesterday or something?
So I thought that was the case, and then when I brought that up on air elsewhere, I realized I misread the tweet. So that might have happened, but the tweet I saw said that in total, all those sales, 1,900 ETH, so like, whatever that equals in US dollar value, quite a lot. So I don't know if there was a multi-million-dollar tweet or if it was just like all of them combined. So
gotcha.
We'll see. Still, we should pull up the sales bot because Xcopy's melting face is like so cool. When does that trickle to us little minnows, to the rest? I mean, at some point, we're hoping it does. It's how it used to work. Let's pull up the bot, though. Xcopy bot. Okay. I'm happy for the...
I just want you to know I'm working on sending Snitch his Genkai.
Oh, good shit. All right, let's see if any of these stand out. If we do have like $1 million sale in here, but a lot of big like 8 to 10 ETH sales. The bigger like 20 plus ETH sales. I don't know if we've seen any of those today. No, I'm wrong. We did have one this morning. Yeah. I remember this morning actually. The fuck you looking at? Sold for 26 ETH. I never saw this one before. That's incredible. God damn. Marty, you happy to see this, buddy? I'm sure. That was great timing. I'm sure you sent that before I said anything.
Oh, he doesn't like Xcopy?
He doesn't like Xcopy. And tell you what, he doesn't like Beanie.
What?
It's like, man. How do you not
I understand that.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Beanie has a couple things he said today that I'm like, preach, bro.
You said preach?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yes. Yeah, I said it.
You said that.
So anyway, Xcopy sales absolutely ripping. Looks great. What else is ripping? Guys, I want to peek at Magic Eden because I have not yet today. Some CryptoPunk sales that are looking nice. Some BRC20s, Bitcoin Shroom. This is, by the way, looking at just the top individual NFT sales. And yes, BRC20 bundles do count. Deal with it. They're sold like an NFT. They are NFT sales. So let's check Magic Eden. What do you guys see out there that's cooking today? Tell me, what are the hot topics? And that goes for you and everybody watching as well. Oh my God, Runestone's about to hit 0.09. That'll be an all-time high. Wow. But yeah, guys, tell us if we've missed anything. If you were here at the start when you heard our bullet points, our agenda. We got Uniswap. We got DN404s, which is a big story, to be honest. I got Beanie's take on V1 Punks, which I love, and his take on Solana. I love his take there, too. What else we got? That Avex, hey, that PS5 game we talked about yesterday is actually going to be a big-ass deal, so I definitely want to touch on that again.
Yeah,
Did
we
you
should
catch
play
wind of that?
No, but I want to watch the trailer. Is there a
Let's see
trailer for it?
You better believe there's a trailer. I'll tell you this. It looks mid.
Oh, does it? It doesn't look that sick?
It looks all right, but it is a milestone. Like, it legitimately a milestone if it's the first game on consoles, like with an NFT. So
with an option
that's
for
cool.
NFT, yeah.
Yeah, because normally you got to do like a different version, like a totally separate version for consoles with no NFTs in it. So yeah, interesting. Anyway, Runestone, man, 81 Bitcoin in volume. Again, floor price at basically 0.09. Node monkeys and puppets still got that separation between the two. Puppets were so close to flipping them, and the node monkeys are like, fuck you guys.
Quantum
Cats. Yeah, dude, they're holding strong, and I really think they got something coming as far as like some news. Like, just the way Udi's tweeting is different cadence. Blobs got over 0.05 today. They were like 0.053 briefly, so strong collection, man. I can't wait to find out what's going on there. What else? Pizza Ninjas. Actually, really great to see this. Pizza Ninjas, that is the highest I've seen them in a long time. And that's because, well, Joe, you know why, right? Do you know what they're doing?
Are they doing like karate with pizza? I don't know.
Well, that'd be cool. But so they're basically doing these like boot camps. They're doing these like training sessions for their NFT holders.
Okay.
And they're teaching them how to take advantage of runes when they come live. And by take advantage, I mean run your own node. Say they got a little shopping list, like you got to buy a 2 terabyte SSD, and you got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to do this. But if you do that, you got a node running on your computer, and you've got an advantage when runes come. What that advantage is, I don't know. I don't know if it's a speed thing. I'm assuming it's a speed thing. But I am going to dive into it. I ordered a hard drive today. I'm going to set up a node.
Are you really? That's cool.
I am. And then I'm going to do. I may live stream the setup. If it feels like it's something I'm going to be struggling through, like I'm techie, if I'm going to struggle through it, I'll probably wait and learn it myself and then do like reenact it live. But TLDR, I want to show you guys how to do it too. So here in the next week or so, I'll do a stream that shows you how to set up your own Bitcoin node. Come prepared though with a 2 terabyte at least hard drive for it. So heads up, should be cool.
Nice.
What's our boy Marty having to say? He has millions, but is this a floor grifter? Is a fucking sell shame tweet. Is Xcopy not just fucking around? Like he is a degen. I assume he is just fucking around with people.
I don't know, man.
I see. Oh, well.
Oh, did he really?
You lost harvest. I mean, like that. I feel like I don't know. I just think like, man, if you're listing it that cheap, that is like a huge benefit for somebody else. Like that should sometimes be celebrated. It's not like you're killing the floor price. It's not like you're killing his collection. Yeah, cell shaming ain't cool.
No, it's not.
Xcopy is cool though.
Well, you know what? No, that's not cool.
Were you about to say fuck Xcopy?
No, I'm not going to say that. No, but is Xcopy watching our show right now?
He might be. He has the link.
He has not. He's not.
Xcopy, are you watching right now? Like, if you don't mind, just in the comments or DMs, just dude, he might be watching.
Yeah, that's great. He might be. You know who is definitely watching right now? Who is involved and engaged in our show?
Our boy Marty.
Fucking Marty is.
I love Marty.
Yeah, I'm with Marty on this one.
We're not shit talking Xcopy on this show.
I'm not.
Will not stand for it.
What are you scared?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Like he's
scared.
He's a dude.
He's a
personal friend.
Put up your X.
He invited me to his house.
Put up your X's. Just me then. Okay.
No, dude. I like X. Okay. I like X. I just don't like the whole. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're afraid to be critical of anybody. I mean, come on,
ladies and gentlemen.
Do it.
Runestones, 0.09 Bitcoin floor. We did it. All-time high. Okay. So we all thought we were going to cross point 0.1 by halving. That seems like a given. We're going to hit 0.1. Are you boys selling? Is there any price point you're going to sell at? No, you ride to zero?
I'm a round tripper, sir. Round tripper.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the... We're the
Jesus Christ.
You got to get
Yeah.
better at those, dude.
I'm sorry.
I genuinely feel like so I had some deep conversations about runes today. Learned some stuff, by the way, that I thought was interesting. And this is uncharted territory. This reminds me of early 21 vibes, innovation tokens, etc. And all of that to say, I feel like if I sold at 0.09, then I'm going to watch everybody tweeting about their $25,000 airdrop or their combined $35,000 airdrop with runestones being like 0.17. And I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck,
Okay.
sold at 0.09.
Do not forget, my buddy, I'll bring this up every time we talk these coins. Like, we know the potential. We know the halving is going to introduce something drastic. I don't know, wrong word, but we're going to see some pretty wild price action.
We do now.
And we're seeing...
We know now.
We know now, thanks to your amazing display yesterday.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, and we know that something brand new is being birthed on Bitcoin. We're set up to see absolutely the next whiff. It's going to happen. It's not, to me, it's not a maybe. We're going to see the next whiff. We're going to see the next Pepe. We're going to see the next major meme coin come up out of the Bitcoin ecosystem. And again, my buddy who was very early on whiff, that if he had it today would be $27 million. I really believe that you're going to have that kind of opportunity here coming up. And maybe that equals, maybe that's 2 runestones. Maybe that's 3 runestones. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be selling shit. I would rather ride all this shit to zero than to chance missing out on that opportunity, because to me, it's that likely to happen. What you got there? What you got there?
Just rocking my...
How many runestones do you have, Henry?
I now have I have 3
Well, what-
runestones.
So why not sell one? Sell one now.
Joe, shut the fuck up. For real, bro. Did you just hear what I said? I am
Unbelievable.
not selling. I'm either writing it all to zero
Yeah.
or I'm cashing out generational wealth. Why?
First of all-
The real question as to why.
What the fuck? Chill out, dude.
Chill, bro.
Nah,
The fuck, man.
not today.
Just, I'm with you. Fucking, why, like, okay, at this point, can we brag a little about our bags?
Yeah, go ahead. I
Let's
mean, if you
fucking,
want,
let's fucking
get-
flex here.
get raw.
Like, what is fucking 0.1 Bitcoin now?
Nothing.
Literally,
$7,000.
I piss 0.1 Bitcoin.
For real.
You know? So we're going to
You're
wait a
rich.
little bit. Joe's got that face because he knows it's not true. I've called him crying about my bags before.
No, but for real, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, okay, so like sell a rune for $7,000. Awesome. Or bet and hope that that's going to be worth, 20K plus or 15K plus. And like, to me, I'm like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with being part of whatever's about to happen next week.
Why were you on calls about runes? I caught that. I don't know if you fuckers caught that, but Joe, did you catch he said that before?
I did catch that.
Okay.
It may have been interesting to most people, but to me, it really wasn't that interesting.
Why in the world would he be on a call about runes?
Who? Maybe he was talking to like one of your 18 brothers that you guys have, and it was just some casual call.
The
That was
number's
like
4.
whatever.
I mean, 3.
Hey, maybe that's all it was, Joe.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All I know is I wasn't on that call. All I know is I don't have a rune stone. So, I
Oh.
don't care. I'm just saying that, like, every smart person that we know always says take profits. You sell, if you have 3, you sell one now, you get your money back. You hold on until you get some profit. You hold on for the moon fucking bag. I mean, there's a strategy here. And I not to be an asshole, but Huda did bring it up. In the past, you guys have had a trend of holding everything until it goes to close to zero.
Yep.
When you could have been on the level of like fucking monster whales. You could be fucking in the top tier of these whales, and you probably would have like Farouk where I'm sitting, and you'd have like fucking, like a guest caller beanie and all this sort of stuff. Instead, you're hanging out with me. You know what I mean? So,
He brings up good points.
right?
But like, for instance, this cycle, I took profits, a pretty decent amount, and I rolled profits into like a quantum cat. So to me, I'm like, you know what? I can leave this cycle if everything that I have right now goes to zero, knowing I'm speculating. I can leave this cycle saying like, I played it pretty good. I put away a comfortable amount that feels nice. And whatever happens with this stuff happens, because like at some point you got to feed that inner part of you that's like, yeah, of course I'm playing this to make profits, but there are some speculative plays that I think are, are worthwhile when you've secured some profits. And it'd be really hard to sell right now. Like, the game hasn't started. Halvening hasn't happened. Runes haven't happened. I think what we see right now is like just the start. Oh, one more thing, not to go on a long tangent. Everybody I'm close with in Web3, aside from like you guys and idiots who have been keyed into ordinals since January, February, everybody I know, Wall Street Kongs has literally, the conversation has migrated over to the ordinals channel. Inverted just got a runestone, his first ordinal. Mio just got into ordinals. Sven just got into ordinals. I'm like, people who would be the hardest people to crack to get into that ecosystem are now like, yeah, can't fade it. So to me, I'm like, this is the time, the beginning of people that have been putting this off. You can't ignore it anymore. And I feel like we haven't even seen who to 3,000 to 6,000 wallets trading on ordinals.
For the most part, it's been exactly that. So you see like most of this year still 3, 4, 5,000. When we had that little pump in March, that was still 6 to 7, 8,000. That's it. So that's fucking it. In fact, look at this. We actually just now are starting to beat it. 9,000. So it is starting to pick up here. But man, again, compared to what the bull market has looked like at Bitcoin's peak, the peak of the Bitcoin ordinal BRC20 trading still is like 15,000 unique wallets. It is peanuts compared to what it'll be in peak bull, in that peak euphoria.
You guys are extremely excited, and you should be. You know what I mean? I'm not here to shit on anybody's parade. Let me just say this as a public service announcement for our saying not financial advice, because you're really going heavy into like all these amazing people. It could be taken as like, you should get involved in this. You guys also said the same thing for fucking Pixel Vault. If you took out ordinals,
we were absolutely right about Pixel Vault,
you would be saying the same fucking shit. So just saying, people, like,
wait. But wait a second. This is literally like saying you said the same shit about Pixel Vault. Punk's Comics, #1, minted for 0.2 ETH. What did they run to? 10?
14.
Okay, 14. So I feel like we're talking about Punk's Comics when they were effectively at a 0.5 secondary price.
You want to talk about planets then? How about the planets? How'd you guys do on that?
Those ran.
Yeah.
Did you sell them when they ran?
No.
Did you sell them when they ran?
No,
because
but if
did you buy one of those 5 ETH planets? I know I did.
Yeah,
did
you?
You?
Did.
The whole set.
How much?
Here's the best part. Technically,
23 ETH worth of planets.
The best part, though.
How much did you get out of that? How much did you get back?
Very little. In fact, who knows? Because it's all fucking staked right now because of that bullshit process. You remember that, Henry?
Wait. I think we sold them all and got like 4 to 6 ETH, maybe.
Well, we did that, and then the rest were burned. What was burned for that dust stuff?
Doesn't fucking matter, bro. You didn't.
That was our GG tokens that we already had.
You didn't make out on that one.
Anyway, no, actually we did. Here's the best part. Let me explain this. The money we spent on that, in a way, was free. Like, we sold baby Kongs. I think we sold 1 or 2 of those to like fund it all.
One baby Kong.
One baby Kong. It's like 17 ETH or 12 ETH it was sold.
17.
And those things, like, man, when you were in the space early, you put nothing in. You were only making and making and making. It was all free money. So whatever.
Joe's right. I just feel like it's very early. If you're comfortable with what you have, I feel like you can speculate a little bit. If you're just playing this to pay your rent, yes, I agree with you.
I'm absolutely all I'm saying, for the sake of audience and future people watching this or whatever, all I'm saying is there should be a strategy involved so you can maximize what you do, because we are in a highly volatile situation that we've been in. And you know what? We did a pretty good job in navigating it, even though we made terrible mistakes that we spent tens of thousands of dollars and it went to basically hundreds of dollars. But if you're around long enough in the space, you tend to make up for those mistakes in really good ways that we feel good about where we're at now. And I'm just saying, you usually do really well if you sell one, you get your money back. You sell another one for big profit. You hold the last one for hopefully the top. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I'll wrap this part on the comment of there's just a few times that come around where you feel something different is happening. And it's not the this time it's different meme. It's not that. It is genuinely, I'm feeling like there's brand new tech being born right here, and a brand new kind of like energy is about to flow. And I've recognized that feeling and what that feeling usually leads to. And I feel that with runes.
Okay.
And no one having experience with that feeling, there's just zero chance I'm selling like
You know
anytime
what?
soon.
You've turned me around, Huda. I think that you should put on the news song, say that this is financial advice and that everyone should go into their bank accounts, sell everything that they have, and put it into whatever you want. I mean, I'm just saying, let's be careful.
I will say somebody had a good point in here, and I hope I didn't lose the comment, but asking, is the price of the rune priced into the rune stone? As in, when the rune stone drops, does the price of the rune stone, when the rune token, when dog drops, does the price of rune stone plummet? I bet it falls in half. I bet it falls to like 0.03, 0.04. But maybe not if they start releasing plans for the next. Like, if there's a ton of success in it, let's say that token ends up being worth, your allocation's worth like 0.2 Bitcoin, and they immediately follow up with the next tokens coming in 2 months. And they're already planning it. They have the next token in mind, I'm sure. Could keep that value pretty damn high. It really could. So we'll see. Before the halving, I picture these, like somebody was asking if this is a price to buy at. Of course, not financial advice, but yes, buy every single one. Sweep that fucking floor, every single one. No, I'm not half kidding. I see him getting to 0.13, 0.15, like max prior to the halving. It's going to get very fucking spicy. So anyway, top story though. Henry, you're our expert in this field. What does this mean? What's going on? Is this another nothing burger from the SEC? Is this something they're destined to lose, or is this going to be like a years-long battle, like we're seeing with Coinbase?
Yeah, more than likely a years-long battle. Wells notice is basically the SEC's formal notice after they've done their investigation to say, hey, we believe that you have committed securities violations. Section 5, more than likely, the unregistered sales of securities. And so this is them saying to Uniswap, you now have the ability to tell us why we're wrong. And so Uniswap's attorneys will either say like, yeah, we want to do a Wells response, or they'll say, no, we don't want to do Wells response because ultimately we just want to battle this out in court. One thing that I've heard, behind the scenes with SEC type stuff is that like the SEC is not on a mission of truth. They're not looking for like, well, what actually happened here? And if nothing happened, then let's move on to where something did happen. They are square peg, round hole. We don't care if we got to jam it in there. We will fit the narrative to whatever charge we're trying to file against these people. So yeah, more than likely, I think they get 30 days to respond to a Wells notice unless they get an extension. And that response to the Wells notice, I can almost guarantee you, will not stop the SEC from pursuing the charges against them. And keep in mind, like, these are probably civil charges. I don't know that they're accusing them of any KYC AML, which would fall under DOJ.
Do we know what the actual charges are?
I think it's a Section 5 and Section 15, which Section 5 is the unregistered sales of securities. Section 15 is the sale of securities as an unlicensed broker-dealer.
What I think this, to me, as a kind of techie guy, to me, this is the most fascinating part, because I think this borders on free speech. In kind of what they're saying here, the rhetoric that most tokens are securities, the reality is tokens are just a digital file format. They're just code. It's really, really interesting to me how this is such a bigger battle, a bigger concept here.
Also, what's interesting is, I totally missed this with NFT NYC on April 5th, the Second Circuit. And I'm going to dig into this a little bit more tonight and tomorrow before the show. But the Second Circuit, I don't know if it was the Court of Appeals, but they basically upheld or overturned. I can't remember which it was, but basically they said like secondary sales of tokens are not securities. So when you think of that, and then you think of this, if that is in fact what happened, and again, I'll double check. Well, all of the sales on DEXs are secondary sales. So, right. Nobody's launching an ICO through the DEX. So it would be really, really interesting to see what happens. And it couldn't shape up any better for the crypto space that Coinbase and Uniswap, both good actors in the space, are going to go toe to toe with the SEC. So I wouldn't say it's a nothing burger.
So not a nothing burger. You might have answered this before, but they're coordinating together, do you think, Coinbase and Uniswap?
No, I don't really think there's a great way to coordinate together because they're two totally different sets of facts and two totally different circumstances. But Coinbase had tweeted like their support of Uniswap. So
great.
And I'm sure Uniswap's been raking in those fees and bringing in some money. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, like, are they going after Uniswap based on the fees that they're making, and that I don't know if that brings any liquidity to their token, and if there's promises to investors who invested in Uniswap. So kind of curious if that's an angle they're taking, or if it's just, hey, all these tokens that you're providing, dude. By the way, I don't care if you love or hate Trump. But there is one fact, which is if Trump gets in office, if Trump wins in November, one of the first things to happen is Gary Gensler will be fired. And that has the potential to change a lot of the narratives of the current crypto regulatory environment. I mean, the dude has his own NFT project, right?
Yeah. It's incredible.
So, yeah.
By the way, happy to say at the moment we are beating out English's show, Everything Immortals, which is a fan fucking English is a good buddy. Fantastic show. He's a co-host at the Little Noun show. Great guy, like one of our idiot buddies. Yeah. But
it's good that you're pointing out that we're beating him. Then
I want to, dude. I get this competitive. Fuck, they're catching up. But I get competitive sometimes. Like I didn't realize I had that in me, but literally, fuck anybody I'm up against.
Is there a better approach, Henry, to getting the clarity that we need on a lot of these subjects when it comes to crypto and the government, rather than them suing everybody? Would there be a better approach to dealing with these problems rather than ignoring or suing, I guess?
Oh, you mean from the SEC standpoint?
Yeah.
Well, probably not from their standpoint, because to what Senator Loomis was saying yesterday, they don't like this. So they just want to find every avenue to shut it down. On a project or on a tokens side of the house, you would just like clear regulatory framework, which the SEC says exists already. So what they want you to do is more of a centralized fashion. If you're going to launch a token, do your proper KYC AML if you're selling to US-based customers, or file for an exemption, which you can do under Section E or whatever it's called. But the reality is a lot of these tokens don't necessarily fit into the standard securities when the laws were initially created in 1933, 1934. So and you have these decentralized ecosystems that are just like, yeah, we don't care. We don't care. So I mean, look at Uniswap. If they're not selling anything, it's kind of difficult to fit that into the Howey analysis. They're just providing a marketplace for people to be able to trade on the secondary market.
Huda, did we just get transported to a 1980s Chinese karate subtitled film right now? Because is Henry's mouth like way beyond?
It's been doing that. Yeah. What, dude, is it your internet or computer?
I think the internet's busy today, sir.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Bro, every bit of my tech stack is terrible. Terrible.
I wish that was actually happening to Joe's feed just to keep it a little more authentic.
Oh, because I'm Asian?
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be nice. Hey,
when I was in grade school, when they talked about like Pearl Harbor, like granted, I was like 9 years old, they'd be like, "Oh, let's talk about Pearl Harbor. Joe, do you have any thoughts on this?" I'm like fucking 9 years old. I'm like, no, sorry.
My oldest daughter told her kindergarten teacher during like a 9/11 remembrance thing that our grandfather was killed in the Twin Towers. So like,
what
they like they like sent their condolences to us. Like we're sorry.
Folded up
Madeline, your kids.
Madeline.
Like 3 soldiers come marching to your front door. Ding dong.
Like why? Like we're sorry for your loss.
What the fuck? Kids are so weird.
Yeah, she was like 5 or 6, but
Oh, that's
I guess-
cute.
That's amazing.
But wow, what a lunatic your kid is.
Yeah, she's an OG
Love you,
troller.
Madeline.
Is that people?
Dude, it's Kenny, our boy Kenny Schechter.
Kenny! Yeah.
Kenny got all fucked up. He almost got paralyzed. So
Wow.
good to
What'd
see
he
he's
do?
on the mend. I think he was lifting some artwork and it herniated one of the discs in his back and it like pushed in to like his spinal column and he could not move his left side at all. Got into surgery really quick and they fixed it. He just had to take a little time, a few weeks here to like kind of learn to walk again, and he's getting out of the hospital today.
He looks really
What
happy. He's like, "Yay,
Dude, he's fucking awesome. He's a
a-
maniac.
I was just gonna say he's a maniac. One of my best memories of Web3 was going to his house to do an interview. I think Huda and I did a Spaces with him. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, other than like we chatted and we had crypto mutts, and his house is bizarre. And I'm like walking in his house. We're trying to be on different levels. I pass his wife, who I had never met, on the stairwell. Never been introduced to her, not even with Kenny. And I'm thinking this lady should be wondering, who the fuck is this guy in my house, in my stairwell, walking downstairs? But nah, must be a very normal occurrence there.
who is this guy?" Just want to give a quick brief view of who he is.
He is an art curator in the IRL kind of venue, like for Christie's and probably Sotheby's and shit. Like he is high end, kind of like in the art world. Like I think kind of has ties to the Clintons and maybe like that world, like that upper society.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, maybe they try to offen him.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe it was that. What do you think, MSNBC Joe?
He was like an OG art seller, and I think I don't know that everybody loved him, because I think in the art world, selling pieces of art, he was an original. That's my things. This is actually fun.
What?
I wonder if I can make a game out of it.
Yeah, just keep it up. It's beautiful.
Some of secondary sales of conventional art can be frowned on, and I think Kenny just didn't give a fuck. He's like, I don't care. So I think he got
Interesting take, Yoda. Very interesting take on that. Get a fucking internet connection, you piece of shit. What the fuck? You make more money than all of us.
Andy, hell yeah, bro. Good to see you, man.
The fuck is going on here?
Dude, a lot of people with some very nice comments today. We're glad you found the channel too. We're glad you're enjoying it. It's a little different, like structure wise, we have ambitions to get tighter and better, but also we're just having fun.
Oh, and if you're listening on Spaces, are people listening on Spaces without video, or they watch video?
Oh, there's no. You know what? That's a really good point. I think
I'll be like-
sometime we should try doing a simulcast Spaces.
Yeah, because like Yoda's voice, like his mouth is moving and his words are coming out like a minute later. So like I'm just fucking ripping on that. But yes,
it's weird, man. I don't know why.
I can tell you why. Every single time I talk to you on the phone, on the internet, like some weird thing happens with your internet connection. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do we have any final thoughts on Uniswap? It's too early, right? Like that is literally just starting, and we'll see how it plays out. In fact, that reminds me, I did miss checking crypto prices. I want to peek at that real quick. But I do.
Yeah, they're probably well into like a year plus of dealing with the SEC, and they've probably reached a point where they're at a point where the SEC probably wanted to settle, and Uniswap's like, "Fuck you." And so then the SEC is like, okay, we're going to Wells you. Should be fun.
That's totally it. Should be fun. I just wonder the impact it'll have. And honestly, I wonder if crypto's gotten big enough and has so many believers now where it has no impact. Like possible.
It's more annoying than anything else now. It's like, come on, man, who gives a fuck? Just like whatever you're trying to do, just get it done and over with, because like the fluctuation in the market just annoys me. Like, let us just have our fun here, please.
That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, we'll pay whatever we need to do. We'll be legit. I mean, just fucking let us do it, please.
Yeah. Crypto, by the way, looked fine. Like basically no impact there. So I want to bring up ERC 404s
again, huh?
Yeah, more specifically DN 404s, because it is pretty interesting. I am sure, like I have high conviction that these 404 protocols are game changing for NFTs. I really believe that. Now I've always thought they'd be game changing. We'd see them really we'd see their use case really fulfilled with generative artists. Did you see the
Did you see the clip of the devs that had that really an interesting announcement on the 404s that was like huge today?
No.
Did you see that? Here, let's cut to it real quick. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh my God. Hang on. I hate that I don't have that thing bookmarked.
Cut back. Yeah, dude. Come on, bro.
Oh, now I want to find it. God damn it.
Just move on. Just go.
Okay, whatever. Okay, point is I believe in that tech. What we have to remember too, it's not just ERC 404s as the competing standard for, this new thing. The new thing which gives you a fungible token and an NFT, right? We've gone into that before. If you got questions, by the way, throw them out there about that.
It gives you the option to get both, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it plays with both. It doesn't mean you get it if you're, it's just that option's on the table.
That's exactly it. So cool thing though is I didn't realize Red Bull Racing, their Velocity series is going to use the DN 404s. And the DN 404s, by the way, coming from some great guys, OX Quit, who's on the Yuga Labs team. Great audit guy, great techie guy. Saigar, he was also part of building DN 404. Optimizer, you see the names here. So some really, really high reputation guys, very smart devs that built DN 404 to compete with the ERC 404. So Red Bull Racing last year released the Velocity series, and it featured generative art from Snowfro. They had Jack Butcher, and there were 2 or 3 others. Trying to remember names here, but just Snowfro and Jack Butcher, those are 2 guys I always thought, man, if they got the ERC 404, love to see what they could do with that, where it's, again, re-rolling for traits. Re-roll your artwork, see what you get. Well, this next Velocity series, Series 2, which actually mints in 2 days, here's some alpha, it's going to be using DN 404. So it is going to give us a little taste of what can art look like when you can keep recycling it and you can gamify rarity in that way. So, bullish. Like a bullish use case, and we're going to see it in the hands of great artists. I love it.
Henry, bullish, not bullish?
Just bullish.
Thank you. Joe, not bullish. No,
Not
you know what?
bullish.
The artist, bullish. I'm going to go bullish. I like the artists. Bullish.
You're an art guy. That's the thing. Like, you are genuinely an art guy.
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, hey, we got a video. Hang on. Let's do, well, that might be a really short video. Hang on. Oh, it's only 8 seconds.
It's not even a video. It's like that's what it is.
That's it. So I'll say this. We'll find out the price of this Velocity, Series 2 pass. It may very well be worth minting. Like, if you minted that pass last year, you did well. Difference now is like, man, ETH NFT still kind of dead. So we don't, I wouldn't feel as confident that ETH NFTs are going to like perform as well as last year. But if we're just going by past, experience, they did well last year. That mixed with the 404, which gives you the fungible token liquidity, that could be interesting. So I'm watching the price. I would love to mint one of these if they're not crazy. I want to say they were probably like an ETH last year, maybe 2. Do you recall it all, Joe?
No.
I'll look it up later. But yeah, I don't think they were cheap. I think that's the point.
Henry, do you remember what the price was, Henry?
I wonder if he's so delayed he's actually back and has been for 15 seconds. But look at Loco. So fucking bullish on runes. Okay, so Loco, did you already do some digging? Do you know how to set up this node? Because I'm doing the exact same. My hard drive comes tomorrow. What is he doing?
There he goes.
What the fuck is he doing?
He's like a...
I had to grab something, and while I did it, I grabbed a red carpet sample.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Sorry.
All right, so Loco's going to be doing a node as well here. We're going to have to connect, buddy, and see how it's getting set up because, I got to learn that too. Okay, when they first minted on Bybit, they were cheap, underneath, maybe like 0.3 or something like that. I'm with you. I think you're right. They were cheap-ish. Everyone faded it because everyone's like, Red Bull doing NFTs, feels gimmicky. So, anyway, we'll watch out for the price. Probably be minting. Would love to see an artist list. We'll see. If it's anything like last year, should be bullish. Anyway, that's it.
Did you know on runes that, so like I always pictured there was going to be like a DEX where you would trade these. And that like you would add liquidity to the DEX, but it doesn't work like that.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How do we know this?
Was it
know
with
a couple
call?
Oh shit, that's right. You had a call.
The mystery
I
call.
know a
today?
couple things.
Well, because there's no smart contracts and shit, right? So it's a big piece of it.
It's like like it might be a little bit clunky as it rolls out, like a little
Huda.
bit, because
Who is the he's not going to tell us who was on. Actually, let's just ask who was on this call. Can you tell us who was on this call?
me, another person, and some other people that do ordinal / rune work.
Okay, so Huda, just guessing, who would be like the call that would be like, oh my god, he was on this fucking call with these expert people. What would that call look like?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know either. I'm just wondering.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm wondering, like, is there some guy that's like the was it Satoshi, or you know what I mean? Like, who could it possibly be? That
I'm just
giving him such answers to these mysterious things.
That's what okay. That's the stuff I'm wondering. Who is he chatting with? Is it an influencer? Is it a platform? Is it?
Look at him. He just smiled a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I think we just got our first little hint. Maybe a little influencer discussion. So not an influencer, a platform. Maybe like a Magic Eden. Maybe
Was it
like
were you on Magic Eden?
Let's just say maybe I'm talking to people that matter, and they're the kind of people that other people think matter.
Are you finally dropping your Herney coin?
Maybe it's bigger than that. I don't know. Can't say much.
All right.
All right, let's move on.
But if there ever was something,
yeah,
you'd be the first to know.
Actually,
oh
no.
shit, yeah. All right, Assassin, what do you need? Can we run nodes for... Yes, okay, that's actually what Loco was talking about and what I mentioned I'm going to be doing. Yes, you can run nodes for runes. It costs like, I don't know, 10, 50, $100 a month. You need a 2 terabyte SSD. So like an external hard drive. That's the materials you need. You're going to need to do a little kind of coding, configuring and shit. But it's very doable, and people who are trying to get a leg up on runes are going to be doing this. So yeah. See what Loco says here? Yep.
I feel like we should have a rule on our space on our show. Like, you don't bring up anything without being able to disclose what it is. I feel like it's unfair for everybody to be like, oh, who's on this fucking call? Like, if you're gonna bring up the call, then fucking tell us who's on the call.
Okay. Just understand. Yes, I agree with you, but sometimes there's things you can't say yet.
Well, then don't bring it up.
Just when you do bring it up, you can just tell me. Just leave Joe out of it. You can tell me your story.
Because I get mad.
I mean, Joe, what I was bringing up was that I didn't know that when it comes to runes, that there isn't a liquidity pool associated with it. And then you wanted to pry because you couldn't just take that statement. You're like, well, why were you on the call? I wasn't.
You know what? You're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah. God, internet. Internet's busy, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry, I've overreacted. If it gave some information to people, then apologies. I just got a little bit upset just because we were talking about like fucking mysterious shit that I was like, I just want to get to it.
Okay, let me push us along, guys. We have 5 minutes. This episode has actually flown, and we're never going over an hour ever, guys. But
5
anyway,
minutes and 20 seconds, sir.
We do the countdown. I need a timer that actually will count down at the last 5. This is what seems like the first Dex that's going to be supporting runes right out of the gate. Magic Eden is supporting too. You just don't think of them as a Dex, but runes Dex. They're going to be supporting the Runestone Dog right out of the gate, and it looks like maybe they're going to have some kind of drop as well, so you can like, repost, comment, drop your fucking wallet, which of course Cats did, but AOI did as well. AOI is super fucking interesting too, by the way. We're not gonna have time to get into it, but they did have some alpha. Their first drop is actually coming on 420. Their first Bitcoin ordinal drop. Actually,
where do I need to drop this? What was the Twitter?
The Twitter Rundex. I'll grab this and drop it in the chat here.
Make sure it's appropriate.
Yeah, it might be a scam, so you take all risks when you click these links. Okay. Here's Beanie calling out Solana. Not calling out Solana, saying that when Solana gets its reboot next week, again, we're turning off Solana. We're gonna plug in some new stuff. When it comes back, he's calling it, man. The day the Solana network comes back online, it's gonna be the biggest day ever in the history of meme coins.
I want him on
He might not be wrong.
Today. Fuck him.
will be an immediate mass exodus from high-friction, multi-level bridge chains. Liquidity flows like water. The roaring river of an unhinged L1 beats all.
Why
What
would
does
that?
mean?
Why would that happen? Like, what's the big difference between a few days ago and then when it comes back? That everyone's going to ditch the majors to come over to Solana. I mean, there's nothing that really happened that would actually, like, maybe there is a flood of activity on Solana. I was able to transact a couple times today.
Thoughts on banana, by the way. One banana equals one banana.
Okay.
I believe that to my core.
Yeah. It's a very true statement.
And I love them tremendously. Also, I think banana's got like some awesome utility and use cases that make banana fucking awesome. I'm a big supporter of the banana. Actually, I don't own any, but
nice.
In theory, I love it.
One banana equals one banana, and it's got utility in play and collect. More things to come. Yeah, always more coming. Yep.
Okay, so then I to me this makes a little bit of sense. I mean, if Solana comes back and it's like supercharged, works fucking well, people are finally trading meme coins at the level they've wanted to trade at but cannot, haven't been able to. Man, we saw 50 billion come into the Solana market in the DeFi markets in the course of a month. Do we see 50 billion in the first hour? Yeah.
Wow.
I'm with it. I mean, the potential's there for something cool. Beanie's just like, engagement farming and having fun, but it could be a very, very big day, and I think there's a great chance of that. I hope it happens. I need my thog bags to pump.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to make predictions in Web3, I don't think. You know what I mean? It doesn't usually work out well.
Usually true. Now, Beanie's other take that I hope Marty's left because he hates this. Marty might hate me after this, but I love Beanie's take here, which is CryptoPunks are the crypto kitties of the 2021 NFT bull market. Prices down bad with a cringe corporate VC vibe. Okay, like I agree with him with like, man, they need to not do anything with punks. Don't do punks anything. Don't do punks museum shit and all. Like I think Yuga Labs doing anything with punks at all is just
But
bad.
let me ask you this though. What did they do like recently that's different?
They do like these artist like kind of incubator kind of program stuff like that behind the Punks brand, which since then they acquired Proof and they should do all that under the Proof brand, but they had been doing art-centered things with the Punks brand, which is weird. And I think they just need to be pure collectibles, nothing else. Don't do anything with them. But I love his take. He'll take a V1 punk over a V2 now because you get no Yuga really exposure.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. So Huda,
I agree with him.
V1.
Man, I agree.
They have bags, dudes. They have bags. Come on.
Henry, do you got a V1? You have a V1, don't you? Or no?
I may or may not, but I would lean towards I don't. But I want one.
They're under 2 ETH now, which is really awesome.
No,
we'll see.
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
Make it count, guys.
I disagree with his take. I think that's a bad take. The volume, I mean the amount of CryptoKitties alone just is like the punks is so much less. So the value there is going to hold regardless. So I completely disagree. He's going off today. I mean, he's just coming up with some wild bullshit today.
All right, guys. Killer Acid mint over on Bitcoin tomorrow. That is going to be Super Rare's first ever Bitcoin ordinals mint. So really big. Yeah, probably not one to miss. 0.099 Bitcoin each. How many of these are there total? 40 hand-drawn 1/1s. Man, if these... Oh, they're first come, first serve, too, dude. I would certainly be going for these if you got enough ETH.
It's got to get botted, isn't it?
You would think. You would think. And those will do very well. He's, yeah. That's a big one. Do not miss that. And Marty, you're a good dude. I'll let you agree with Joe.
Thanks,
I can't
Marty.
stop you from agreeing with Joe either, but...
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, like always, like fucking always, for tuning in. Tomorrow, live show, of course, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time with Peter. Join in the goddamn show, guys. Love the Peter vibes. So we'll see you then. I'll be back in the morning with your morning NFT market update. Until then, have a fantastic fucking evening, guys. We'll see you.
Ooh.
The non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we